This land is sacred, preserved because of what happened here 238 years ago.
Picking out the weeds and looking for things that look different.
It's tough work, digging through the dirt in the heat of summer.
Sooner or later, I'll be lucky and find something.
But they're determined to find remnants of a Revolutionary War-era prisoner of war camp.
We're looking for any sort of scars that might have occurred in relation to the construction of the camp. So like when you build a stockade, you might dig a trench. That trench should show up in our trench.
Sorting through the soil, sometimes nothing churns up.
This is really wacky.
But sometimes they get pieces.
When you look at this, you see it's got a little bit of blue, a little bit of white to it, and you think, oh, that's a transfer print piece of pottery.
Man-made artifacts that proves they're getting closer.
We can learn from our history.
To the archaeologists and volunteers, this work is worth it. Something valuable to American history. It's right under their feet. They just have to find it.
You never know what you'll find.
It's Thursday morning.
And have a good time out there, guys, and we'll see you on the flip side.
220 league members at Sportsman getting out on the course every week.
I just love the game, and I'll tell you what, I like these guys that are here.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
The Senior League is the largest in the Mid-State, designed for golfers as young as 50, with the oldest members 93.
That's the way you do it there.
It gives them something to do.
I just want to keep at it. My legs were failing, so I took some physical therapy to get them back in shape so I could continue to play. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Some legs.
So these men keep it fun.
It got legs. What can I say?
Because life, like golf, is about perspective. Even when you hit a bad shot.
You take what you get. Sometimes you hit it good, sometimes you hit it bad, but it's still enjoyable.
Legendary golfer Arnold Palmer said golf is deceptively simple and endlessly complicated.
Come on, Shirley, get up there.
Much like life, you take the good with the bad.
Since I lost my wife 7 years ago, I'm learning to appreciate things more.
It can be lonely getting older, especially as loved ones pass away.
You can see it in their eyes and the way they talk and the way they act. They wait for this day, and they just love being out here with the guys.
But for one day a week,
There it is. There it is.
life becomes simple.
Yes!
Focused on the green.
That was some putt.
The most important shot in golf is the next one. So these men forge on to the next shot, the next hole,
To the red tees right here.
and the next Thursday.
As long as I'm walking upright, I'll continue to do it. I'll give us a putt at it.
Knobel's amusement park might be its most famous attraction, but Elysburg is home to a lesser-known haunt.
It's a monastery.
Its chaplain is Father John Zeta, who says Mass every morning in Latin.
It's an experience of holiness, an experience of silence, an experience of union with God.
Helping believers find God is one part of Zeta's job. Chasing away the devil is another.
The bishop said to me, I have something I'd like to tell you. I'd like you to be my exorcist. That was it.
That was 2011. There were about 15 exorcists in America then. There are more than 100 now. They attend a yearly conference in the U.S. to share tips and trade secrets. Every 2 years, it's off to Rome for the International Conference of Exorcists, endorsed by Pope Francis.
The name of the exorcist is submitted to Rome. It's kept on file in Rome.
Have you ever seen a demonic possession?
Oh, absolutely. More than one.
Job one, Zeta says, is ruling out mental illness, which weeds out many claims. But there are rare instances.
Case where a person was possessed, and it literally took 4 full-grown men to hold the person down.
Another didn't know Latin, but answered Zeta's questions fluently in Latin. Work of the devil, he insists. And then the local girl with seizures.
The doctors couldn't figure out what was going on. Tranquilizers were not working. They stepped out to consult. They came back in and found her climbing up the wall, literally, like Spider-Man.
In the name of the Father!
Zeta says the Exorcist movie is fairly accurate, minus the head spinning. The church has guidelines on how to perform exorcisms. There's prayer and ritual. The bishop must approve each case.
It burns!
The possessed rarely approved.
When you sprinkle holy water on a person, then they really react. Pretty good clue that this was demonic.
The notion that there are spirits that can take over our body, personally, that doesn't make sense to me. But it's also really, really fascinating. Any questions?
Professor Matthew Sayers teaches religion at Lebanon Valley College.
I'll take this thing from Christianity.
He was raised Catholic, is now an atheist who doesn't believe in demonic possession, but understands why the Vatican does.
Having an exorcist in every diocese is literally just having a safety plan in place. Having a fire extinguisher in every sort of hallway in the building. We've got one there just in case something comes up.
The ancient art of exorcism is needed in modern times more than ever, according to the Vatican, which says possessions are at an all-time high.
Saint Michael the Archangel.
At every Mass, Catholics are now praying to Saint Michael the Archangel.
Cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits.
The prayer specifically asks for protection from the devil.
Amen.
Have you been face to face with the devil?
Oh, yeah.
And Zeta says he's never scared because God works through him, and God is stronger than Satan.
There's people watching that's going to say, this guy's nuts.
Thank you.
It may not look like much from the outside, but come Sunday, the Eagles' locker room is the biggest party outside the link.
I have the greatest family and friends.
The locker room was an addition to his Reading home, and Eagles superfan Barry Vagnoni lives and breathes Philadelphia.
I'm 365 days a year, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
And he's put up with a lot over the years.
I've been an Eagles fan since 1954. I'm old.
Now sharing his love with hundreds every weekend.
I love people. I only wish that this place was bigger, that I could have more of my friends here.
I love the energy that he has behind it, the family, the friends, everything.
I said, now, pick him off, boom. Intercepted!
It's the football game, of course, but the party...
They're going to go back to Iowa and tell everybody out there about the locker room and about the hatchet.
...never takes a commercial break.
I like moving around the room.
Believe it or not, this is a reserved Barry, because when he turns on the party, there's nothing like it.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Over 120 fans pack the locker room, and every inch of this place bleeds green.
And in here you will see...
Even in the bathroom.
We have the TV here on the shelf, so you have the best seat in the house.
There's even a special place for the Cowboys.
And you look in, there it is, the Dallas Cowboys logo helmet.
So as the Eagles roll into the playoffs,
and everybody sings,
score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3.
The fun
And watch our Eagles fly
is just getting started.
I wouldn't trade this for $1 million. It's my dream come true to be able to do this.